Welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. It is a whopper of a Women Wednesday show, and there is a heck of a lot going on in the news. And to go over to my partner Frank, let's find out what's happening out there.
All right,
Frankie.
John. Well, we've been covering the pardon situation all morning long, and it's been a very interesting day watching people react and flip out over the pardons for Michael Milken, over the pardon and the clemency for Bernard Kerik, and for former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons. Governor Blagojevich was, of course, a Democrat, and the Illinois legislature, including the Republican members of the Illinois legislature, all asked President Trump not to give clemency to Rod Blagojevich. The president didn't care. He gave clemency anyway. I happen to think it was the right move. But Rod Blagojevich earlier today spoke about his reaction to being freed by President Trump. Here's Governor Blagojevich.
First of all, the obvious I want to state, and that I know I speak for Patty and Amy and Annie, and obviously for me, we want to express our most profound and everlasting gratitude to President Trump. How do you properly thank someone who's given you back the freedom that was stolen from you? He didn't have to do this. He's a Republican president. I was a Democratic governor. And doing this does nothing to help his politics. President Trump is a man who is tough and outspoken, but he also has a kind heart. And this is an act of kindness, and I also believe it's the beginning of the process to actually turn an injustice into a justice.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I'd tell you, if I were President Trump, I would try and get Blago to run a primary for U.S. Senate against Dick Durbin in Illinois this year.
Blago that would be quite something.
That would be something. I'm not holding my breath, but on my wish list of things that I'd love to see happen, that's pretty high up there.
The Blago Express may be back in action. I didn't realize how gray he got since you went in there. I guess you don't get the hair dye going.
Well, you know, being in prison can be a very stressful thing, and I'm not sure how much of his hair color was natural even before he went away. But as Bernard Kerik, who also got a full pardon yesterday, said in his statement that he put out, being in prison is like dying with your eyes open. And you would think that dying with your eyes open is something that's going to lead to quite a few gray hairs. Again, this is somebody that went to prison for and was sentenced to 14 years for talking about doing something that he never actually did. He never accepted money, never actually sold this Senate seat. He had a conversation, and it's the kind of conversation that I've heard almost every politician have at some point, which is we're not going to give something away. So I happen to think the president did absolutely the right thing here.
I think he did too, and maybe Blago's onto something when he says this could be the moment where Trump starts to, unite people. Because he had no political reason to pardon a Democrat. But you have a lot of reasons to stay right there. We're going to take a quick break. Joy Villa joins us right after this.